Hey guys, it's Ben. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm bringing you guys a new Hot Toys unboxing. Now, this is a belated birthday gift. Shout out to the wife for getting me this one. It is none other than The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I will say a lot of people have been discussing this online. They have been disappointed with the Andrew head sculpt. They've been disappointed with the fact that it doesn't say No Way Home. It kind of takes away from some people, you know, in their preferences and whatnot. But for myself, I actually prefer The Amazing Spider-Man 2 display. I prefer that it has nothing to do with No Way Home because for me as an Andrew fan, that wasn't the tip of the iceberg for me in my Spider-Man film. And so The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite comic book movies, and I think it has the best on-screen comic book suit, and that's why I had to add this one to my collection. First things first, the box comes in a little plastic baggie. You know, it doesn't really offer much protection, especially with a $300 price point. I'm a little disappointed with Sideshow and Hot Toys in that aspect. However, they do give you the opportunity to pay more to have it double boxed and shipped with extra protection. It does increase the cost, you know, exponentially. It is like an additional $20 to $30. So I gotta say that is a little bit of a bummer when it comes to getting Hot Toys, and it honestly doesn't have much protection outside of this little graphic box as in this plastic. This was just in a regular shipper, no extra protection. You know, you are able to find these also at your local comic book stores, but it's not always a guarantee. And so without further ado, let's get right into it, guys. Look at this. I'm gonna rip off the plastic. This graphic box, oh my god. That is a thing of beauty. Now, there are no dents on this whatsoever, so I'm very stoked to have this in a mint actual box. It says The Amazing Spider-Man on the side. Same on the left and the right. The back just got some information. The top has The Amazing Spider-Man 1/6 scale collectible figure. And for anybody wondering, the number for this is MMS658. Don't know what those numbers mean, but hey, it is what it is. The back of the package says, with great power comes great responsibility. And that is a really dope shot right there of Spider-Man. Man, this is pretty cool, gotta say. All right, so they only got one little tape cover right here. Do you guys go top or do you guys go bottom? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go top. Well, these boxes are never easy to open without ripping them, man. There it goes. Ah, beautiful. Didn't want to rip it, but it's a little dented now. But that's okay, because we like to open our figures here. Whew, that was a close one. So I did know there were going to be a lot of hand gestures, which honestly, seeing it out in the open is awesome. That was my biggest downside from my Batman and Superman. With Spider-Man, you do get some cool hand gestures. You got a peace sign, a finger point, thumbs up. I guess you can go with thumbs down too, as well as his flipping hands, his web crawler hands, and his open palm hands. Now that is cool. It also comes with a unmasked head sculpt, a masked head sculpt, comes with a bunch of webbing designs, and it also has his unmasked mask to hold in hand. I really like how they package this well. You know, you got the little bit of hands, it just fits right on there, and that's pretty cool. This looks so sick. Oh my gosh. Woo-wee. This looks amazing. Pun intended. Oh gosh darn it, guys. Man, it's got some plastic stuff I gotta take off, but look at that face. Well, not my face, but look at that face. Oh my god, guys. Woo-wee. You know, the one thing that they don't showcase online is the fact that his lenses are reflective. That is awesome. I don't know if you guys can pick that up on camera, but they are reflective. Check out this cool little detail. You got his web shooters right here on his hands. Let's take another look at this. From the back, from the front. Nice. Don't know how I'm gonna pose him. Now, I know a lot of people have talked about how they only like to put their, you know, Hot Toys in museum poses, but I gotta say, that's kind of disappointing if you keep them in there, even though, like, their fabrics, you know, are not the stretchiest. Still think it's pretty good to, you know, move them out a little bit. He's got a little bit of arm right there. His arms moves as such. So, I don't know if it's just with this one, but this one kind of makes that sound when it goes up and down. I don't know if I like that or not. I will say it is a lot more bendable than my Superman and Batman legs were. It goes like this. His foot goes like that. It's got his little bit of webbing on the bottom, but you know, you also had to put the marble down there too. Here is a little bit of some web action. You can just attach that to this piece. Gotta be very gentle though. So it comes off. This one looks like he's just grabbing it in his hand. I gotta put that in one of his open palm gestures. Oh, here's the little holding stand. Or this is the stand, I should say. It's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. Got a little bit of my grubby hands over here. So I'm going to hold it like that. Top says The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then right here just says Amazing Spider-Man. And this one actually is a lot more flexible. I'm not sure if the Superman flight stand was as posable, but this one, it does bend a little bit. Having put this on here, it does move up and down a lot better. On the Superman one, I was a little bit struggling how it was going on, but this one, perfect. So now I can actually have him standing if you guys want that museum pose. It's not really a right or wrong way. It just kind of fits in. And voila, we got one little stand. Could be a flight stand. Could be just a regular desk stand. All right, so desk check. Alrighty, awesome. My Superman one was a little bit wobbly, so this is perfect. It's not moving left or right. Let's give you a look at the Andrew Unmasked sculpt. Got a little bit of some tape right there I gotta take off. But look at that, guys. Man. You know, I honestly think that the blogger photos and the pictures that we got on Sideshow don't do the head justice, because this honestly looks very good. And I prefer this younger look as opposed to, I've seen some custom looks for him looking a bit older, but they've gone a little bit too old. And so this face honestly looks really good. This is top-notch stuff from Hot Toys. It doesn't have separate rolling eyes, but man, it looks like he is looking at me though. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have him unmasked or masked, but I'll give you guys a quick look at both of them. But here's one more look. How to take off his head. Shouldn't be too difficult. Ah, there we go. Other one in as such. Downside to this head sculpt, he's looking down for some reason. And if you take it off, it's just going to come right off. So not entirely sure if that was by design. I guess this Spider-Man just happens to have his head always up. Doesn't really go too up. Goes a little bit down. There's no like neck articulation for this. Left, right, but not too much up and not too much down. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Not a fan that his head doesn't move very much. I'll have to play with him more, but this ball joint does not move up or down. It's kind of weird. Kind of just sits there. Maybe I just gotta loosen him just a little bit and then he'll be able to play around a lot more. I'm gonna go ahead and put the mask sculpt back on. I got him perfectly standing as such. I guess I measured it pretty good. The clasp goes right around his waist. He's standing up. I'm gonna have to do that with my Superman because I would prefer him to be standing as opposed to in flight right now, but this is awesome. This is awesome. It's a thing of beauty, guys. All right, so we got Spider-Man over here chucking up the deuces, or turn it around and he'll go peace. That is awesome. That's how he looks with his mask in his hand. I like how the lenses reflect here on as well. All right, guys, I got him in a cool Spider-Man pose. Now, I was having issues with his whipping hands. I wasn't exactly sure how to attach the web fluid. And there's actually a little piece on his whipping hands that you actually take off. They mention it in the instruction booklet, but it doesn't say that it comes off. It just says attach it as such. And I really wish they would just have that little bit of description that said, hey, you got to remove this little part of the whipping hands, and that way you can attach the web fluid coming out. So there you guys have it. Man, this is awesome. As much as I like the unmasked head sculpt, I think the masked head sculpt is just so much better, and I think that is an iconic pose right there. As always, guys, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and turn on that notification button to be notified of all my latest unboxings. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.